Hello students. Now in this video on antidiarrheals part 5, we will discuss role of non-specific antidiarrheals in the management of diarrhea. Now these drugs are termed as non-specific antidiarrheals because they do not cure the cause of diarrhea. They only provide symptomatic relief. Now these drugs include absorbents and adsorbents, anti-secretory drugs, anti-motility drugs. Now let's first talk about absorbents. These include sphagula, methylcellulose, carboxymethylcellulose. Now these are colloidal bulk forming agents. They absorb water and swell in the intestine, thereby increasing consistency of watery stools, and they also reduce frequency of stools. Now these drugs do not reduce water and electrolyte loss. That means these absorbents, they do not cure the cause of disease. And these drugs are useful in conditions like diarrheal phase of irritable bowel syndrome and to increase consistency of feces in colostomy patients. Now, next category of drugs are the anti-secretory drugs, for example, resicadotril, anticholinergics, then octreotide. Now, let's first talk about resicadotril. Now, resicadotril is a prodrug. It is converted to thiophan, and this thiophan is an inhibitor of the enzyme encaphalinase, which is found most commonly in the epithelium of small intestine. And by inhibiting the enzyme encaphalinase, resicadotril prevents degradation or breakdown of endogenous encaphalines. Now these encaphalines, they are delta opioid receptor agonist. Now increase in the level of encaphalines decreases mucosal cyclic AMP, thereby decreasing hypersecretion, and hence they provide symptomatic relief in diarrhea. Now, resicadotril is indicated in the short-term treatment of acute secretory diarrhea. Its half-life is 3 hours and side effects are drowsiness, nausea, vomiting and flatulence. Now, next category of anti-secretory drugs are anticholinergics, for example, atropine. Now, atropine, by antagonizing the effects of acetylcholine on intestinal smooth muscles, it does dependently inhibit motility and secretion, but exhibits poor efficacy in secretory diarrheas. But it may provide relief in drug-induced diarrheas, for example, diarrhea induced by neostigmine, diarrhea induced by metoclopramide, and it also provides symptomatic relief in dysenteries and diverticulitis. Now, another anti-secretory drug is the octreotide. Octreotide is a somatostatin analog. Now, this somatostatin is secreted by a broad range of tissues, like for example, pancreas, gastrointestinal tracts, regions of central nervous system. Now, in gastrointestinal tract, somatostatin reduces smooth muscle contractions. It reduces gastric emptying and it exhibits potent anti-secretory and anti-motility action. Now, this somatostatin, it blocks release of serotonin, gastrin, vasoactive intestinal peptide, and therefore it is useful in controlling diarrheas in carcinoid and vasoactive intestinal peptide, that is VIP, in short VIP, secreting tumors. And it is also useful in refractory diarrheas in AIDS, and it is administered by subcutaneous injection. Now, a third category of non-specific antidiarrheal drugs are the anti-motility drugs. Now, these are opioid drugs and they provide symptomatic relief in diarrhea. Now, major actions of these opioid drugs is mediated through peripheral mu opioid receptors. Now, these peripheral mu opioid receptors are located in enteric neuronal network of gastrointestinal tract, and the stimulation of mu opioid receptors decreases motility. While the second receptors on which these drugs act is the delta opioid receptors that promote absorption and inhibit secretion. And these agents, as they reduce the motility, they decrease the propulsive movements. Now, first drug in this category is the diphenoxylate. It is a synthetic opioid receptor agonist. It stimulates peripheral mu opioid receptors, which are located in the enteric nervous system. And by stimulating these mu receptors in the GIT, these diphenoxylate decreases motility, reduce propulsive movements, prolong gastrointestinal transit, and thus exhibits anti-diarrheal effect. Now, diphenoxylate is absorbed systemically. It crosses the blood-brain barrier and produces the central nervous system effects. And abuse liability of diphenoxylate is low. Now, to completely prevent the abuse liability, diphenoxylate is available in combination, that is diphenoxylate atropine combination, which is termed as Lomotil. Lomotil is the brand name of combination. Now, atropine is added in subpharmacological doses to diphenoxylate in order to prevent abuse of diphenoxylate. Now, overdose of combination produces anticholinergic side effects of atropine like nausea, bloating, tachycardia, dryness of mouth and eyes. Now, these symptoms prevent overdose and thus misuse or abuse of diphenoxylate. Now, contraindications. Diphenoxylate is contraindicated in children less than 6 years of age as it can cause respiratory depression, paralytic ileus and toxic megacolon. It should not be administered in infectious diarrhea because prolongation of gastrointestinal transit time can lead to bacterial overgrowth. For example, Shigella, Salmonella, Campylobacter jejuni, and further this can cause release of endotoxins in the blood, which can further lead to septic shock. And the diphenoxylate can also precipitate toxic megacolon in patients with acute ulcerative colitis. So it should be administered with caution. Now, another anti-motility drug is the loperamide. Now, loperamide exhibits major peripheral mu opioid receptor agonistic activity with additional weak anticholinergic activity. Now, since it is a mu opioid receptor agonist, it reduces propulsive movements and it decreases motility and also prolongs gastrointestinal transit and exhibit anti-diarrheal effect. And by virtue of its anticholinergic activities, it inhibits secretion. Now, it crosses blood-brain barrier in negligible amounts and thus rarely produce central nervous system effects and thus shows no abuse liability. Its duration of action is 12 hours. Most common side effects are abdominal cramps and rashes. It is contraindicated in children below 4 years of age as it can cause paralytic ileus, toxic megacolon and abdominal distension in children. As with the diphenoxylate, it is also contraindicated in acute infective diarrhea. And these anti-motility drugs like loperamide, they can be used with caution very carefully in mild inflammatory bowel disease, but they are completely contraindicated in severe inflammatory bowel disease. So this is in brief on non-specific anti-diarrheal drugs. Now, please note that the information provided in this video is meant specifically for the students from their examination point of view. So, kindly consult your physician for the treatment of diarrhea. Now, if you find the video useful, kindly like, subscribe and share this video. Thanks for watching this video.